I've driven the redesigned Yaris, but only when it was just launched. Now, I'm going to spend a lot more time with this Yaris SE. Will I be impressed? Let's find out. Well, they wanted to make it bolder and aggressive, and I think they've done a good job with that. The alloy wheels especially make it pop, and they make it look fast even standing still. They've made it look sporty from every angle. I think this front three-quarter view looks the best, especially with the black mesh grille. It's not just the exterior that's all new, it's also the interior. The seats have this nice white stitching on them. They're manual adjustable, but they are very comfortable and contour to the body nicely. There's no center armrest, just a real handbrake, a place to cancel the traction control, which I don't recommend, and the transmission stalk too, which you can, if you like, switch manually. You get cup holders and a tray right here. Your USB and smartphone input is there, along with a charger. Moving up, you have very straightforward heating and ventilation controls here. But really the big news is the new soft touch materials and higher end, better feeling materials too. You get a standard infotainment screen here. It looks a little aftermarket, but it does give you quick push button access to everything major that you'd like to use, and that's a good thing. Go ahead into your apps, and of course you have navigation. You also have full audio, everything really except Sirius XM, which I do miss, but it is optional. And you get Bluetooth, and you can certainly listen to your tunes that way or on HD radio as well. No smart key access for this one, but that's expected. On the steering wheel you have a large Toyota emblem, controls for your radio, and down here the familiar cruise control lever. I definitely like the white stitching on the steering wheel. The gauges are all straightforward and easy to read. There's a large tachometer, speedometer, fuel gauge, and of course trip information down here, including range and fuel economy. To the left of the steering wheel you have controls for your mirrors. On the door here, power windows and door locks, a little storage here, a little storage tray down there, and a cup holder and more storage down here. Overall though, the interior has everything you need, and it is certainly more comfortable, and the materials have improved. Out back there is seating for 3 across, or a dog bed if you like, which is what I'm using it for today. Certainly plenty of storage here. I even have a guitar case right there, and then even more storage in the hatch back here, which is even covered too, so that's a nice feature. Power comes from a 1.5 liter 4-cylinder, which produces 106 horsepower. It's made it to a 5-speed transmission, automatic in this case. You can also get a manual transmission. If you do, your highway will increase by 1 mile. 0 to 60 is 10.2 seconds, and there's a top speed of 108 miles an hour. 30 miles per gallon in the city for this one, and 36 on the highway. You can expect 32 miles per gallon overall. Pricing for the 2015 Toyota Yaris starts out at $14,845. Now, my SE starts out at $17,620. There's a navigation upgrade for $899 and $280 floor mats. So with all that and destination, you're out the dealer door at $19,620. Now, the SE is sort of the sport version of the Yaris, and Toyota really wants to make the Yaris and most of their cars a bit more sporty. They want them to appeal to a younger buyer, and so they've really emphasized the sportiness of the Yaris. Now, it's certainly not a quick car with a 0 to 60 of 10.2 seconds, but it is fast enough, and they did change the steering a bit in the SE so that you can feel the road a bit better. But it really is an econo box with a little bit of a sporty flair. It's not going to feel like a Volkswagen Golf. It's not going to feel like a Ford Focus ST, but it's not supposed to feel like that anyway. It's a good compromise between fuel economy, utility, and sportiness. So it's really a great first-time buyer car, and it's a great all-around car. What do you really need from a car? You know, if you're going to be traveling all the time, it's good to have good fuel economy. If you're going to be carrying a dog in the back seat, it's good to have rear seats that fold down and a nice hatch area. So the Yaris is a very flexible car, and it does provide everything you need from a car in the sense of travel from A to B, and that's a good thing because it provides it at a very fair price too. So what's new for 2015? Basically everything except the engine. They've tweaked the looks to make it more aggressive, and they've tweaked the interior as well. It's really a more modern interior. You can have all your Toyota apps, which is really nice. It's got nicer feeling materials, and it just has a better all-around feel. Like I mentioned, they've tweaked the steering feel a bit. They've also added more sound insulation to make it a bit more quiet. That's not to say you're not going to feel the bumps in the car. You will feel the bumps. It's not a luxury sedan. It's an econo box with a short wheelbase. But it does have a sporting feel, and I guess more than a sporting feel, it has that sporty look. And if it's an attractive looking car, then people are going to want it. And I think the Yaris definitely has that going in its favor. In terms of my Drivin technology integration score, well, there's really not too many options, and everything is really easy to access. It's very simplistic, and so therefore I give it a very solid 9.5 out of 10. Very nice Toyota. Now, if the Yaris was a woman, well, actually, she'd be a girl. She'd be a girl getting her driver's license for the first time. She would be fun to hang out with. She would not be extremely sophisticated, but she would be fun, and she'd be attractive and nice to look at too. Okay, the Bay Bridge at night. Not much to see really, but checking out the night look on the Yaris here. It's certainly red. It's pretty easy to see. I'm not a big fan of the red color at night, but you can pretty much see everything clearly that you need to see. It actually looks more clear in person than it does on the video screen, so that's a good thing. And there you have it, the Yaris night look. In the corners, the Yaris performs respectfully. It's not a track star. It's certainly not a Volkswagen GTI, but it does handle well, predictably, and definitely holds its grip well. So after spending a lot more seat time in the Yaris here, it really has given me everything I want. It's got great safety, 4 stars out of 5 overall. It also has great fuel economy, and really everything I've thrown at it, it's responded well. You can throw the dog in the back seat, go on a road trip with 5 of your friends, transport furniture. It's really very versatile, and it also has features that are must-haves for me, like cruise control and a USB input. I would like to have Sirius satellite radio, but that's just nitpicking basically. It's really come through in all aspects. I'm impressed, especially with the upgrade that it got, and I think you'll like it too. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter, subscribe to me on YouTube, check out all of my videos. Thanks for watching. I'm Drivin' Ivan.